Hey guys, I'm doing a video now to show you how to safely have your home saved when we do the server clean. I've got a nice little plugin that will basically wipe the world of everything that is not properly protected. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how you can protect your home and the correct way to protect your home and what will get saved and what will deleted. So I'm just going to take a little aerial view here to show you what's going on. Here we've got a grid system. You can see the glowstone kind of mapping out the area. The glowstone is showing you where the world chunks lie. So obviously we've got some houses that will naturally be built, like this one here, like kind of over a number of chunks. This one actually crosses over 4 separate chunks. You've obviously got some grief houses that are going to sit in their own individual chunks. You've got Misty there sat next to the red house, which has been griefed, sat in its own chunk. You've got some grief and stuff that's going to sit in the same chunk as a part of a protected house. So for example, this little bit right here. You've got other houses which will take up almost an entire chunk, such as Misty's house here. And you've got some houses which will be incorrectly protected, and I will show you I'll show you more about that in a minute, but this is kind of the example I'm going to demonstrate on this long house here. So all you need to do is to get your house protected is literally make sure that you've got your grief protection on. I believe Misty's protected her house already. So cool. So I'll just get a stick. So grab a stick, and if we just take off and I'll show you. Okay, yeah, so you can see the gold that's just popped up. I'll just show you again. So I'll click on this house and I'll click back on here. So you can see the gold popping up. That's showing where Misty's protection around her house. So her whole house is protected, including the walls. So you can see it covers everything, wall to wall, front to back, and that will also protect top to bottom as well. So pretty much bedrock to sky. So her whole house is protected, as is this house here. Oh, actually, I haven't done that one yet. Oh, yeah, I have. I've already protected that. This one's actually been over-protected. You can see it's got an extension at the front where there's nothing. This will actually get protected as well. Now, this house crosses over into, as I've shown you before, 4 different chunks. So what's going to happen here is obviously the house is going to be saved, but also the chunks that it sat in will also be saved. So this griefed kind of pillar thing here will not be deleted. It will still remain. However, things like this chunk here has no protection whatsoever, therefore this house will be deleted, as will this red house. So, however, if we fly over to this one and have a look, you can see that you've got the area of protection doesn't cover the entire house, and also the house is in 2 different chunks. So you've got most of the house in this back chunk and a little bit of the house in the front chunk. Because the back of the house is protected in the one chunk, what's going to happen is when the server clean happens, this back area will be saved, this whole chunk will be saved, but the front of the house that's creeping over into this new chunk will not be saved. And a really good way to ensure that doesn't happen is literally just make sure your whole house is saved. So you can pull out your shovel, make sure you've got enough claim blocks, right click on the glowstone that is part of your protection border, so it's going to be enabled by 2 gold blocks. Right click that, walk a few spaces, make sure that you're walking past the front of your house, and then click again, and that will cover the protection. So that's how you're going to make sure that your whole house gets protected. I'm going to put that back where it was, because I'm actually going to show you what happens later on if you do it incorrectly. So I'll put that back where it was, which was here. So now the front of the house is unprotected again. So what's going to happen? Well, what you're going to have to do is protect your house and also add your name to a server list. So protecting your house is not enough, okay? The reason I'm doing this is there are a few players who have built houses and protected them but are inactive players. So they're not playing a game anymore. They're not playing on this server anymore. So that means they've left a house behind which is basically, for all intents and purposes, just vacant. They're not going to come back to it. So what you need to do is, firstly, one, protect your house. Secondly, you're going to need to add your name to the server list, and I'm going to make a command that's going to be really easy. So all you'll have to do is just type in addme. That is it. So the command /addme. That's all you'll have to do. It's not an active command yet. Although to be honest, as soon as I've finished this video, I will make it active. So give it a shot, and that will add you to the list. Once you've been added, it will tell you you've been added to the list, and then your claims that you've correctly protected will be safe. If you have used faction claims, those claims will be deleted. So you have to use the golden shovel to protect stuff. If you want a quick tutorial on how to use the golden shovel properly, all you need to do is type /warp protect, and that will take you to the area that shows you. There's also video, so you could type in /vid protect, and that will show you a YouTube video on how to protect your house and everything. So what I'm going to do now is shift me and Misty back to the spawn. So if you want to type spawn Misty, we'll go back over there. Obviously this isn't on the main server. So are you back here now? Can't see you.
I am.
Okay, cool. So what I'll do is I'm just going to set this up real quick and then flush the world. That'll take a few seconds. I'll have to restart the server as well, because the chunks are cached and all that good stuff. So you won't see any change until this is done. So you can see that working away there. So what it's doing is basically deleting the unprotected chunks, and it's telling us which chunks also need to be saved, and the saved chunks don't get touched. So when we go back to that area after the restart, I'll pause the video in a minute, you'll see exactly what's been removed. So I'm going to pause this now, and then we'll see. Okay, so we've just done the little clean. I'm just going to go back to where we were to show you exactly what's been removed, so you can see. Just going to have to load it all up now, and this is running on my local computer, so loading is a bit slow. You can TP to me if you want, Misty.
Okay.
So you can see, well, my example house was protected, so that's safe. So what you can see that's happened here is house number 1 is nice and safe in its chunks. The chunks are safe. The grief that I told you would still remain is still here because it's in this chunk, which is shared by this protected house, so that's still there. The red griefed house has been removed. The brown griefed house has been removed. Misty's house is nice and safe, and as explained, the incorrectly protected house has had the front of the house removed, but the protected part of the house still exists. So as you can see, it's a really good way to clean the server up, which is exactly why I'm doing it, because there's a lot of rubbish on the server. But you need to make sure you do your part, otherwise your house will be deleted, and I'll tell you now, houses that are deleted because people have incorrectly protected them or haven't added their name to the list, tough luck, your house is not coming back. This video, the link to this video, is going to be spammed everywhere. So every time you type home, every time you type spawn, every time you type back, a link to this video is going to pop up. So you've been warned, and if you haven't watched this, tough luck, and I do not care if you rage quit. You've got more than ample. I'm going to leave the video up and running for about a week before we actually do the clean, so you've got ample time to sort it out. Mods will be telling everyone. Everyone will probably be telling everyone. So yeah, absolutely no sympathy for people who have their homes destroyed because they could not be bothered to read something or just click on a simple link. So yeah, tough luck. So yeah, that's everything. Just to do a quick recap. Protect your house properly with the golden shovel. The whole house, not just the inside of the house, all the edges, everything. Make sure the whole house is covered with protection, like Misty's house. I'll just go over here, click it, and just show you. So you can see the golden areas defining the border of her protection. Covers the entire house, therefore nothing got deleted. Also, you need to use the command /addme, and that will add you to the list of people who will have their houses protected and saved once we do the server clean. So yep, that's everything done and dusted. Remember to do those things. I will put a quick description of exactly what needs to be done in the description for this video as well. There really is no excuse not to protect everything properly. And also remember, do not protect stuff with faction claims. Do not protect stuff with faction claims. Faction claims will be deleted. Okay, bye!